Hey there. You know, people are actually making a lot of money with clipping, so I decided to make this clipping automation. Before I get into details on how this setup works, let me just show you a live demo. Let's go find out a video right now. Search Iman. Let's clip one Iman Ghazi's video. Let's see what happens. Man, Ghazi. We are going to clip a small video, probably 10 minutes, not a long one, So let's go with this one. Copy. What we are going to do is text it here, the YouTube link and number of shorts that we want. So the number of shorts are 2. We enter. So, all right, my people, it's almost done. Yeah, let's see if it's there. Yeah, there we go. Let's download it and let's view it.
And finally, we get to the seventh and potentially my favorite weapon of the top 1%, and that is weaponized boredom. You see, boredom is a feature, not a bug. It is the gateway to creativity and depth. Do you ever notice how most of the time your best ideas come in the shower?
Well, not bad. All right, so let's see if the second one has been uploaded also. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's been uploaded. See, so easy. You just upload the YouTube link and you just tell it the number of shows that you want and it just does it. So let's get into the specifics on how this automation is working. I've already made the notes here and we are going to be using clap.app for this. All right. The first thing is that we want to put in the input. There are multiple ways. You can use Telegram trigger. You can use a form. You can use numerous things. I here chose to use chat message trigger, which is here, the inbuilt one. Just forget this whole, you just put in the YouTube link and you just put in the number and that's it. Now, once we do that, we want a code to separate out the URL and the number. As you can see on chat input, there's a YouTube link and there's a number. We don't want that. API is not going to accept that. So we want that to be separated in 2 parts, URL and clips. That's we did it, and we did it with this code. And you don't have to worry. I'm gonna give you away this template. You can use it on your own, of course. I won't give you my API key, but whatever. You can use it. You can make some money with clipping. Yada yada yada. By the way, Clap is not expensive. It's cheap, and you can run it passively. You just have to add the scheduling part. That's it, and we'll be clipping and posting on your behalf. So good, right? Yeah. Anyway, after this, since we have the input URL and clips, we want to go to the API to create a task of video to shorts, in which we are going to paste the JSON that we got from Clap's official doc, which is here. You know what? I'm going to link that as well, just so you understand how things are working here. And in the JSON, you have to replace the URL that is already going to be there from the code, and then you just put in the clips. And by the way, max duration, it can be changed as well. If you want to, you can add that one as well. I preferably have chosen 30 seconds. Most of the clips are going to be 30 seconds, no matter how much we clip. After we do it, it's going to be uploaded to Clap, and then Clap is going to process it to convert into shorts. And then since it takes some time, it processes all of that. We need to check on it every 20 seconds. So whenever the status is ready, as you can see here, it goes through the straight branch. And that's why we have an if node, which is here. Now what we're going to do here is we're gonna put this condition, JSON.status, we're gonna map it out from the last node, which is HTTP request 1, and we're gonna put is not equal to from the string section, is not equal to processing. And if status is not equal to processing, it will go to the true branch, and if it is, it's going to go through the false branch, and then it's going to wait for, let's see how many seconds, 20 seconds. There we go. And when it does go through the false branch, it's going to wait for 20 seconds, and then it's going to execute once more. So that's looping. It's going to check up on the request again and see if the status has changed. If it has changed, it's going to go through the true branch. And then we have HTTP request 2. Do you know what this HTTP request 2 node is going to do? It's going to list all the shorts that has been generated from the video. And it's in the doc as well, which you can read here. List projects. So this is the URL that we have used, the get one. By the way, in every HTTP node, you actually have to send headers, put authorization, put the better, and then give a space, a single space, and then paste your API key. Once we do that, we are going to go through the second set, which is export and status check. Once everything has been generated with captions and all of that stuff, we need to export it. Now, same with export as generating shorts. It's going to be processing for a while, for, I don't know, a minute. And hence, we have a looping system over here as well. As you can see, when we paste the URL to export, it's giving us the status of processing. And we don't want that. We need to make sure that we have the status ready. And hence, we have the if node, which will work on the same mechanism. If the status is ready, it's going to go through the true branch. If it's not, it's going to go through the false branch. When it goes through the false branch, it's going to wait again for 20 seconds. Here, it was executed 3 times and 20 seconds each. That means in a minute, the processing was ready for export. By the way, like HTTP requests, it's child's play, bro. Child's play. Authorization better and just API key. That's it. And the URL, of course. You have to map it as well, just so you know. And let me just make it clear to you that we are using folder ID here, which we got from here, and then project ID. Then we have something called, let me show you, export ID. So this is the export ID, which is just written ID. It should be written export bar, whatever. That's the export ID, which is the one that you have to map out here in the end. After that, after going through the true branch from the if node, we are going to download that by putting the src URL, mapping it out here. We don't want that because it's already there. And then we're going to put the method to get. And that's how we are going to get the file. After that, we just put data here as it's written here. We are going to choose the file name, whatever you want. By the way, we can also put this in here so that, we have the name, we have the right name. That's how it works. And then we are just going to choose the folder that we want to upload the file in. And yes, so simple, right? So simple. By the way, just so you know, we are using this now to get the binary data of the URL. Once we have that, we're going to pass it on to the upload file and we're done. That's how simple this clipping automation is. Now, feel free to get this free template and make some money. By the way, if you want me to help you build something like this, or use automation to streamline your business, save time, make more money, then there is a consultation call link in the description. You can book a call with me and we're gonna have a good conversation. Peace.